And we'll talk about clever titles in a minute, Mr. Shadow of the Sin. The track I just played is called Tight! And was actually chosen by our guest, Mr. Nigel Ball, because he knows a thing or two, and one thing he knows is Will Johns and the Will Johns Band and this sound and all that. And he's probably mentioned on the album. I'm just having a little scoot down. But,
no. That was before my time.
Oh, before his time.
Before my time.
Was there a time before your time?
There was a time before my time.
I didn't know
and
that.
that was a time of the time before my time.
I'd love to talk about this, but I've got no time. Now listen, the track before that was the Ben Paul Band, and it was called something that you probably know, and I don't, because it's no information on this thing whatsoever, except you know it's very old when it says MySpace on it. So we'll put that in the bin. Right, good.
Sort it out, Ben.
Nothing like up to the minute stuff on this show, and that was nothing like up to the minute stuff. Quick slug of this. Man, I can see why.
I have water envy, Pete.
I can see why that stuff goes down so
Foaming
well.
at the mouth.
I can see why that stuff goes down so well. So Mr. Nigel Ball is in the house. How are you, sir?
Really good, mate. Yourself?
Not bad, thank you for asking. Very good, very, very sweet of you. Yes, I'm very, very good. Now, I'm holding a brand new spanking sticky thing in my hand. It's, stop it, Nigel Ball, Shadow of the Sin. This is a fine piece of work. What's going on with you?
Bless you, thank you very much. I enjoyed it. Actually, Jay, who's with me tonight, put the drum tracks down on one of these songs about 15 years ago.
Wow.
So it's taken that long, really, to get to this point.
Neither of you look old enough for that. But especially you, Jay.
Rather, me, on the other hand, who's not so fresh out of the freezer apartment. Yeah.
15 years ago.
15 years.
That's wrong and sick in both equal measures. Yes. So when it says January to 2013, well, you know, stretch those years.
In theory.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
Artistic license.
Absolutely. Now, I've had you in, sir, if you will, under a few guises, but mostly with Mr. Paul Diallo and probably Mr. Los Netto. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've done. I think it's be fourth time.
What, in here?
In here.
Blimey. Yeah, well, is that including the big studio, the old days when we had money to burn? And we had a green room.
Street. Yeah. Oh, it was lovely, that was.
You know, you knew when it was bling bling time because we had a toilet in those days.
Oh, no, I remember that.
Seriously, we had a toilet, that we could use.
Well, we both had to run round to the 3 and 10 when we loaded up and we had to load out. So
you're just being polite, aren't you?
Thank you, 3 and 10, for the soda and lime.
There you go. You bought a... bless your heart.
Didn't even pay for it.
Oh, yeah, but that's because you did a runner. Yes. And you know, more on that story later. When the drive past.
That's very good. You've been studying that.
I've heard it rather too many times for my own good. Yes. So what's going on? Because I didn't know, and stuff, and your own stuff.
This is my own stuff.
That's a good thing.
Well, I've been working in a studio, and it's been really handy having all that studio time to myself. When the lights are low, everyone's gone home. I've just been sitting in there, pretty much sleeping in the place for a few months, just getting the album done. As you do.
And when artists, ask your opinion, you go, no, I'd ditch that if I was you. Never use that again. You put it in your little folder. Lo and behold, it comes up on your album.
Well,
job's a good one.
It has been said before, and I'm sure it'll be said again. Oh no, I've nicked a few riffs here and there, especially from Mr. Johns, who you played on.
Let's face it, who hasn't? Absolutely. Who hasn't? Who can look themselves in the mirror and say they haven't nicked a few riffs? Come on, Pete, I ask.
That's what it's all about. It started in the 30s. It's carrying on today, I think.
As early or as late as the 30s, really. You think? I think people were shifting riffs way before then.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I remember that whole case about David Bowie still being done by a woman who sent in lyrics to the studio, and they did look rather similar to Golden Years, I will be honest. But who's going to take on Mr. Bowie?
Well, this is it. And if you've got the money behind you, then pretty much it's your copyright.
Thank you. Good.
That's all right.
And if you can find him.
And if you can find what, David Bowie?
Yes.
Yeah, Switzerland, isn't he normally? I don't know. So you got a tour coming up, or
UK tour 9th of March. It starts at St Paul's in Worthing, and then I'm up to the northwest after that, down to Somerset. I've got 5 gigs with my old mucker Mark Simmons down there in a duo called Slipper One.
Right.
You like that? You like that? You like this?
You slip that in.
Slipper in.
This is, it's only early on the show, no matter what time it goes out, it's always early.
Well, I was just thinking of one slipper. I don't know what you were thinking of with your sordid, dirty minds.
How dare you, sir? Accuse me of all sorts.
And
Yes, sorry.
yeah, I've got a few gigs with my old mucker from the Lagging Drunk and Pacing show, Stuart Tor Taylor.
Right.
We're doing one in Leamington Spa where he's living, and then a
What
couple
a
in Worthing.
dodgy sounding bunch of people you have. Can I say that for the record? It's good, you know, but obviously present company completely.
Absolutely.
We do have Camille here banging a box. What is that thing called?
It's a cajon.
I want you to say that. I want you to say that because whenever I say it, it just sounds like I'm clearing my throat. It's like it's like how do you say it? How do you say it?
You say cajon.
Do you?
I'm not actually a cajon player, to be honest. I'm a drummer, but I'm just bashing a box for today.
That's what I was thinking. So why let's give it the fancy titles. Bash a box. Good. That's Camille, the lovely Camille. We've also got Jay in here, who's washed his hair for tonight, which is a good thing. Very proud of you, sir.
It doesn't happen very often.
No, well, you know, we're honoured and touched in equal measures in equal places. Good. Now, would you be so kind, sir, as to play that beautiful thing that's right in front of you and make the sound that you are proud of?
Well, as soon as you put it like that, how can I refuse such a kind and generous offer, Pete?
I don't know, but I'll see if you can. You're listening to Mr. Nigel Ball on The Pete Jones Show. The new album out is called Shadow of the Sin. Go to nigelballmusic.com. You will find all the information you need, including tour gigs and ways of buying this thing, because that's what your job is. You may well listen tonight, but I want you to buy it. So see what you can do in the meantime. And what are you going to play?
It's going to be track 2 off the album. We'll be starting around 40 seconds in. I won't be doing it to a click, so you'll have to try and keep up.
Can you tell? Can you tell, by the way, this man is a producer in a studio? I mean, no one else speaks like that. When I got your demo through, I have to say, the guys next door were going, "Who's this guy?" I said, "I know. Have you ever seen information like this?" It was
on the cue sheet.
Yeah. For me, it was a dream, but for those guys, they were going, "God, who's this guy?" I go, "He's a producer. It's okay." I hang out with the best of people. So, Nigel, will you take it away?
No worries. Here we go. Do you want me to start?
Go for it.
We're just jamming for his fruit today, so there you go. Nice and rehearsed for you. Here we go.
to know that losing you at the end of the line, I was somewhere else to go. But I'm missing you like crazy. Baby, you're shouting. You kinda left me in. Hey, baby, oh, I'm yelling. You kinda left me in. Hey, baby, oh, I'm shouting. You kinda left me in. Hey, baby, oh, I'm shouting. You kinda left me in.
Very, very good. Man alive. You guys sound damn good.
That's very kind of you, thank you.
I love the little claps outside. That was cute.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, ignore them. They're just trying to get in. They think by doing that kind of stuff we'll let them in, but I don't think we will. We're having too much fun in here. Would you agree with that?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, we're not going to let you in.
No. Now listen.
So there you go.
Now listen. The thing is, the beautiful thing is, Nigel, you're speaking to that mic, but I can't. Yeah.
There we go, see?
That's it.
Well, you're not coming in, so there. No. Nice try, though, but thank you for the clap.
Unless they've got donuts. Shall we find out? They could have donuts.
Oh, yes, please.
A fine pair of donuts would be marvellous right now, and that's my final offer.
Nothing better.
There's a couple of donuts in here already, isn't there?
Only a couple,
Don't put
Jay.
yourselves down, Jay.
Nigel Ball and the Donuts will be playing later in the week.
Actually. Yeah,
later in the week. The 3rd of March, Worthing, Cellar Bar.
That's the kiddie.
Talk me through the Cellar Bar, apart from the fact it's in Worthing.
Lovely little venue. It's not a good payer, but it's a payer nonetheless, and it's just a really nice vibe down there. I had my 40th down there a couple of months ago. It's absolutely wonderful.
That's
and
great.
I got the money at the end of the night. I thought I've just been paid to have a birthday, so it's even better.
Not bad. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I haven't actually pulled that one off yet, but I have to think of some ways of being paid to have my birthday. I would pay not to have a birthday right now. Maybe there's a market in that. Maybe there's a whole new strand where you can just sort of doctor your documents and make yourself never get old. What do you reckon? Fair enough. 3rd of March, Worthing Cellar Bar. You can hear Nigel Ball and the Donuts. Is anyone else coming out that night?
No, it's just going to be a solo gig. It doesn't
not
warrant
the donuts.
paying anyone else. No donuts.
No jamming with the donuts.
No jam. Come on, Pete. Genius.
On fire tonight.
On fire.
That's what happens when you don't feed yourself for a day. You you're zingy and then you collapse in a stupor.
I collapse yet. I don't know what buttons to push.
All right, fair enough. What do you mean? You run a studio, my friend.
I see you've got a banana over there, though. Is it
Technical.
a technical?
It's a technical banana. To you, that might look like a banana. To me, that, my friend, is the future. Oh, yes. Nothing more, nothing less.
I thought this would be insane this evening.
What are you saying? We haven't started yet. We're not even on. When do we go on? When are we on live? I want to know. Let me know. Studio at radioreverb.com if you want someone else to come on and take over, because this is going crazy. These guys are touring from the 9th of March. It says here, what's that? Yeah, I agree, Mr. Stones. Sounds good. A touch more on the vocal might be nice. I agree. So that's your end of the desk. You see, I've had the power taken away from me here.
He's had the power taken away. All right, thank you very much for that.
I agree. I shall
turn it up now.
I was trying to signal, but the poor chap was trying to play guitar, sing, and do stuff. So he couldn't tweak it himself.
We've got a two-way thing going on with the bass guitar as well, because Jay keeps on turning it down, I keep on turning it up.
Wow.
And he keeps on turning it down, I'm turning it up. So at some point, he's going to forget that it's down, turn it up full bore, and we're just going to get bass guitar over everything.
Now, normally when I see you, aren't you normally playing the bass?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. So I don't think I've ever heard you play that lovely six-stringer.
It's just more accessible, really, for touring. I've got a loop pedal on order, and I've got an HD video camera that records in studio quality WAV. So we should have a little DVD coming up at the tour. It'll probably be day 2 freezing cold, day 3 freezing cold.
Yeah,
but
it's not right that it's this cold this time of year, is it?
Nah, I don't like it.
I mean, my memory's not brilliant, but this is the end of Feb, isn't it? I thought that was spring.
Yeah, I think it's sprung.
I think it's sprung. It's very sprung. Now, it says here, apparently, all the donuts have been eaten. Apparently, they say, I don't need any more sugar.
Filthy beast.
What do you mean I don't need any more sugar? No more sugar for me, I collapse. That's the way it is. And that's the end of it. Talking about being paid for your birthday, I wouldn't mind being paid for this. Donuts would be payment. That would be fine.
Donuts would be payment. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Pete.
Yes.
I'm going to find you some Krispy Kremes.
Oh, baby.
Any particular flavour?
Well, the fact that you just said those two words on my show, I can't follow that, sir. No. Talking of which, Camille, you do bang that box brilliantly. Can I just say that?
Box banger, eh?
You're very good. She is. No, she is. She's
about your little box. Go
no,
on,
it's very, very
Shout
good.
out to Joe Payne for the borrowing of the box.
Borrowing of the box, not the
Camille
bird.
has been banging.
A little later, we could be seasonal or Brightonial, and we could burn the box. Isn't that? Didn't they do that? Or was that clocks? I don't know. The burning of the box.
Burning of the socks.
Burning of the socks. Now, if you wish, you can buy this album. It's called Shadow of the Sin. It's by Nigel Ball. The next track they play live, we will endeavour to up the vocals a little bit. And give you the old flavour. But in the meantime, NigelBallMusic.com. Do email us, studio@radioreverb.com, if you're listening, if you're enjoying it, if you want to say anything to this chap at all, or if you can't get to email, you can always text the show 07909 547 336. Mate, what have you got lined up to play? I would love to hear.
We're going to do
another
track 3 off the album. This is for the benefit.
Oh, he's in the wrong mic.
Oh, I'm in the wrong mic again. Not used to it. See, choice of two, and I always get the wrong one.
It's like acting with Lassie.
This is why I'm single. Choice of two, and I always get the wrong one. Anyway.
Beat.
Anyway,
That's when I say that.
yes.
A little bit of peace. Yes.
Okay.
Tumbleweed flowing down. Right, good. So don't just go...
How long have you had your licence for here?
The more apt question is how long have we got it left?
Yeah, that's
the one. Now, don't just go track number, it lasts this long. And
well, it's in case
intro.
anyone's actually bought the thing yet. Considering it's still on pre-order, we're doing all right. But it's going to be Takes More to Walk Away. That's
good.
The EDA one.
Right.
Yeah,
that's the EDA one, mate. Yeah.
EDAA if you're jamming along.
We'll see. What the heck fire is this guy on anyway? I've never known what he's on, and now I don't want to. Good. Do make that beautiful sound.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Here we go. Starts with the guitar riff. How exciting for me.
She never knew where she went wrong. She drove away with a cocaine tongue. You shouldn't be around where you don't belong. And everybody's telling her so. Came around, took her out one night. It was going pretty good and then I started a fight. Now they ain't talking but they're both alright. Does it sound like a couple you know? Yeah. So she dies. Thinks her heart is breaking, but it won't break twice. Looking for the shoulder and the good advice. When you love her, ain't you lover, my friend? She don't know how she's waiting for to go. Bangs a pretty head against a big bad bone. Playing with a food machine and how you don't. Waiting for the moment to end. Oh, yeah, now it takes more to walk away. Well, yeah, now it takes more to walk away. Well, yeah, now it takes more to walk away. Well, yeah, now it takes more to walk away. Yeah, yeah. Sit in a quiet game. 2 weeks to live a single ounce of blame. She didn't even tell him go. He couldn't lie in the bed they made. Saw her getting dirty all the time he stayed. Left in the morning and just got paid. Does it sound like a couple you know?
Oh, the clapping next door. Love it. Oh, sorry, it's this one.
Oh, by the end of the night, we'll get the right mic, I tell you. Oh, Jez. By the way, you can rest easy. You can sleep tonight. It says the license at Reverb is safe. We've been off air for the last 10 minutes. So thank you. Thank you. God bless you all. Phew. God bless you. We can just have a party now. That's basically why we got you down here. It says Ofcom, armed response unit on the way, though. So do barricade the doors, lock up the children, bring on the dogs of war. Thank you for that. Incidentally, the music's sounding great, and is sound on. The sound is spot on now. Good.
Fabulous. That's what we like to hear.
Although it does say, I wish I could offer you a donut. Oh, dear. The interwars, we can see through the glass wall here that we've got in the Maida Vale Star Studios at Reverb Mansions, the Mansion Towers, as we like to call them. We can see, I can see 5 or 6 people there next door doing a lot of work, and they are eating a lot of donuts through that glass. If you can look up on the webcam while you're listening on air, do wave, and you'll notice none of us are wearing any clothes, and that's because it is mighty fine hot down here. That's the only reason. It's not that we're just really rocking out. So you're listening to Mr. Nigel Ball on the Pete Jones Show, and why wouldn't you? New album, Shadow of the Sin. How much is this? Are you blagging this for? On how much?
I'm blagging that for a tenner.
Are you really? Very good.
Well, I think it's good value.
Yeah,
I really do think it's good value, and I'm self-producing your own stuff is a nightmare, and it's been a great learning curve.
Is that because you can't leave it alone?
Yes, you just keep on. Oh, I think I'll just revisit that. Anyone who's done their own album knows what I'm talking about. You just have a listen to that. Can you hear that? Well, no, it sounded better yesterday. You're not supposed to say this.
Yeah. You can never stop.
Yeah, and you can't leave it alone. So there's a couple of tracks that I've abandoned, but on the whole, I'm reasonably happy with it. And when I got the artwork through, Samantha Hallam of MediaBeatlesUK.com, she's worth a shout out. Absolutely lovely woman. We did a trade. I paid for her to get some CDs done. I recorded her. And in return, she did the album artwork. And when I got the CD, I thought, this has got to go on tour. It's just physically a beautiful thing to have, and I just love it. So
when you go on tour with it, you said it was just you on your own.
It's just going to be me on my own.
Just you with an amp and a guitar.
I'm taking my bass, a transit van, mattress.
And I don't need to know the other stuff. That stuff is...
A couple of towels.
No, I really... no, genuinely.
Just in case.
No, I genuinely don't need to know.
It gets cold at night.
That's fine, honestly. Leave that stuff really at the recess of your brain. Please.
And yeah, I'm just going to tour it. I've tried to keep it as linear as I can, so not backtracking on myself, not going too far in between... I'll call them gigs. They're not gigs. It's open mics. It's jam nights. So I'm meeting the local musos. So this time round, I'm going to do a little scouting mission for a month.
Oh, okay.
Just going to try and find the best places to play. And the best way to do that, don't bother with the Google thing. Just go to the jam nights, because the musos know the best places to play, and you're never going to find that stuff online.
That's very, very interesting. Very true. I like that. Although if you do go without Google, that's my show gone.
But Google has its place.
That's the only research I do. That's the only research I let anyone else do as well. Okay, you want to know anything about Will Johns? Google. That's basically the Pete Jones Show wrapped in a nut. That's you've just smashed my show, my friend.
No, Google it has its place, and it's very, very good.
Yes, thank you. Good. There are other search engines, but no one's ever heard of them. Now,
what's that Alta Vista? I thought they did. Where was that?
I just brought it in to show you. I didn't know if I didn't see you could spot it from over there.
I thought it was something to do with Disney.
I don't know. I don't. I wish I knew. I remember Jeeves or something, and that was it.
Oh, yeah, ask Jeeves. That's the one. That kept on giving me viruses.
That's a very nasty thing. I don't think it was Jeeves that did that. But
no, it's the other bird.
Are we back to the? Are we still on air? Are we back to the mattress and the couple of towels?
Absolutely.
Now, the tour, dragging this interview through the rung here. Give us some places that you're going on.
Well, first night of the tour in Worthing, home crowd. So I'll be supporting Chris Helm from the Seahorses, which is just a great way to shift merchandise, hopefully. I'll have my loop pedal. I'll be up there on the grand piano as well, do a track on the piano, mess around, have a bit of a laugh, hopefully shift a few, and then it'll be northwest from there. So I'm going Atherton, the next day at Jam Night.
Where's that?
It's Manchester, Greater Manchester.
I knew that. Good. Just checking.
Off the top of my head, it's all on the site. It's a blog as well, so it's a WordPress blog. The site's been set up with WordPress, so I'm going to be blogging it as I go. And there's going to be a video diary of the tour, which I'm going to cobble together.
That'd be great. Talking of vids, have you done any vid of a track from The Shadow of the Sin?
I've got a couple on YouTube, but it was just literally, I've been so rushed for time sorting everything out. I'm moving out my place in a couple of weeks, and basically it's going to be into the van just to give it the push that it needs. So everything's going into storage. I'm then ready to go gig wherever. So there's nothing worse paying rent for a place where you're never there. It's just money down the drain. So I'd rather pay rent for storage, get myself a couple of hotel rooms a week with the money that I was spending on rent, and
live in the van.
Yeah, live in the van.
Wish I hadn't asked now. Good. So, I remember
rock and roll, rock chicks.
I remember you mentioning something about Manchester and the rest of the Blur.
Yes, and York after that, Blues Bar in York, and then down to Somerset, doing a few gigs with my mate Mark, Leamington Spa. As I say, I try to keep it as linear as I can. So that's where Google did come in handy.
Yeah.
I've just gone, Jam Nights.
You put in a map, did you? And
yeah. Well, look on the M6, basically. Next big town up, Jam Nights in that town. Next big town up, Jam Nights in that town. So you're always moving in the same direction. You're always looking for work in those towns.
Rock on. You can check all this stuff out, incidentally, on NigelBallmusic.com if you would like to know. And why wouldn't you, you fools? You'd be idiots not to. You can also buy the album. I'm taking it directly from the website. Is that a fact?
That's a fact, yes.
You see, nothing like facts on this show.
Yes,
people
absolutely.
are falling over themselves at the fact that we've just said something that's true.
If you, I'm expecting a ka-ching off the shop tonight, at least
your
one or
ka-ching
two.
will get ka-chunged if you're not
Please ka-chung my ka-ching.
Good.
Yes,
that's sorted that out then.
It's that's Bandcamp powered, which is quite a handy little service for unsigned artists.
Yeah, how does that work? Is it you get a better deal as an artist?
Well, they take a percentage. I think it's about 10%, 15%, something like that. But sell.
Is that better than the alternatives that are out there?
I find I shift more through Bandcamp than iTunes or Amazon. iTunes.
Why do you think?
I think it's largely to do with physical contact for people. I do a lot of busking just to keep the money up. I do a lot of solo gigs, and it's that physical contact with people. If they like you, that's where you're going to shift the CD. There doesn't seem to be an online market for music anymore. But in the throw, after people have had a couple of 3 beers, in the throes of the show, they'll come up to the merch table and say, I got any CDs, mate? And that seems to be predominantly where you're shifting a lot of your stuff nowadays.
I'm actually very pleased to hear that, because I like that. That's what I normally tend to do if I'm at a gig. I like to look at the back of the room, see if there's a table set up, and I'll normally try and get 1 or 2 on my way out.
Well, come down on the 9th, you can have 1 or 2 more. You've got 1. You can have 3 matching set. Give it to your mates for Christmas.
You're thinking ahead of the game. You are that much of the curve that you're almost backwards. In a beautiful way. Now, would you like to play one more track?
I would love to.
Well, actually, 2 more, hopefully, before we get slung off. You're listening to Nigel Ball. We've got Camille and Jay in the house, of course. But for some reason, he hasn't let them on the mic. I don't know why. They've got darker secrets, even than he. Just a quick question. What's it like? Because you are normally bass player live with the guys that we were mentioning, Paul Diallo and Loz Netto and stuff. What's it like looking behind you and seeing Jay on the bass? Do you go, what's he doing?
No, I'll tell you. I asked Jay to do the gig because I knew he could cut it, and he's not confident on the bass for some reason, but he was playing a couple of my riffs earlier on, and he's playing them better than I can, so I thought, well, you know.
He neglected to mention I'm also a drummer.
Jay is an album drummer.
I'm so confused. So hang on.
Yeah.
Jay is normally a drummer on bass. Nigel, I know, as a bass player, and actually got very, very huge acclaim from Mr. Will Johns, who was in a couple of weeks ago, saying a brilliant, blinding bass player.
Oh, that's very nice of him.
He's on acoustic, or rather electric guitar, and we got Camille banging a box, who's normally used to banging a drum. What else do you do? Do you normally play keyboards, Camille? What's the deal?
Camille's a very good guitarist, actually.
Oh, well, there you go.
We've had a little jam on.
That's it. I quit. I absolute quit. You lot. We got. Are you Pullima? We have We have an all-time first on the Pete Jones Show. We have a delivery of donuts. Now, if you're listening, and I mean the top brass are listening, I don't mean we're not going to eat this stuff because we're on air. We're in the studio. No food or drink will ever be consumed on my watch, and that's a fact.
Absolutely.
So pass us that, and once you finish with the bourbon, you wouldn't mind passing that around too. Good. Thank you, sir. That is very good. A lovely delivery of donuts.
We're just going to foam at the mouth. We're looking at them now.
Well, no, you guys can, because you're playing next track and I'm eating, so that's the deal. What are you going to play, sir?
Oh, give us the album. I've forgotten.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it is.
Long Way Down.
Desperate.
Long Way Down.
It is a long way down. What track 10 you mean?
4 chords again. E minor, D.
Oh, he's just chatting in the background. But by the way, Nigel Ball music.
Professional.
Oh, he's back.
It all works out in advance, all this.
He's all back. It's all right. I was just letting them know what was going on. So, does it have a track name, or was it
Long Way Down? This
I just thought it was all a long way down the list of the tracks. I do apologise. So there you go, Mr. Nigel Ball playing live on the Pete Jones Show. You guys get in touch as well.
I'll have a little tune up.
You're only wasting your own time.
Well, I don't care really. Life is about wasting time, Pete. Life is about wasting time. I'm going to waste your time now with one of my songs.
Oh, bless him.
Oh, here we go. I'll switch to that mic. Are we on?
Yep. Oh, fabulous. This one's called Long Way Down. It's about height. It's not really. It's about another thing. It's on the site. You'll have to go. NigelBallmusic.com. Here we go. It's a long, cold night ahead. I can see you stuck inside your prison cell. You grab your tickets from the station, grab a drink for conversation. Let's give the kids a story they can tell. Which station and which train? How far will you get down the line you're on? Those things you said you needed, 'cause of the way you've been mistreated. What else you gotta sell when they're all gone? It's a long way down now, honey. It's a long way down now, you know. It's a long way down now, honey. And baby, you gotta take it nice and slow. leave it. Some don't want to believe it. Some think that they are different from the rest. It's a long way down now, honey. It's a long way down now, you know. It's a long way down now, honey. But you gotta take it nice and slow.
Now,
Oh,
listen
you're
to that.
lovely in there. I
They
can
are.
hear you.
Aren't they great? Oh, we like them. Well, we like you too, sir.
We like you as well. We
Well.
like you, Pete. Nice, isn't it? Nice, it's nice. I said he was nice, didn't I? It's nice.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Who knew it was Monday, eh? Who knew?
Well, my employer, now I'm not there tonight.
Oh dear. Yes. Well, less of that. Luckily, you do sound very ill. No change to normal then. Now, I'm intrigued. You see, my friend. I had no idea you had all this in you, as it were. I didn't realise you were writing stuff and performing it. Also, is this the first album that you've ever done?
I've done a couple of acoustic jobbies in the past that I've just sold when I've been busking. But predominantly, I wrote most of this just busking, travelling around on tour. When I've been travelling around, it just seemed I was getting no money out of the tour, but I was making a fair bit busking, so it just naturally progressed to just playing on the street, and then from there just grafting it on the circuit. And yeah, these songs have been kicking around now for about 20 years, most of them. So.
Well, it does sound a very polished affair, let it be said.
Oh, that's very kind, thank you.
And a well-worked album to boot. And well, what about influences and stuff like that, and people that you just loved and revered and got you into the whole thing?
Initially, Hendrix and Zappa were the two main influences, and it went to Zeppelin from there, Deep Purple, Sabbath. And I got into the punk, listened to Ramones a fair bit, and then I got into jazz, listened to Weather Report, all the fusion stuff, and then as well it was just unsigned stuff, all the circuit bands. We had a really good scene in Brighton, and you could actually make a good living out of it round here a few years ago.
Do you think it's changed a lot?
Yeah, I think that the pubs are still paying the same or less to what they were paying 20 years ago, and more than that. People I've chatted to who were doing a circuit in the 70s, they were getting 50 quid a gig each back then, and you're getting less than that now in some places.
Yeah, if you're getting anything.
If you get anything, yeah, a tenner and a sandwich. But I do think, and I've got to say this, that the students, really what you should be doing is you should be going out for a little bit more than what you're going out, because the bars have got it easy with you guys.
Well,
you've got to up your price. You're killing it for everyone.
Yeah, but that is the same in the whole of the arts across the board. It's the same in video and photography and design and music and film.
Original stuff, certainly.
It's very, very hard to be the one that says, no, I want to do it for 50, when you know they'll take someone on for 35 or 30 or 20.
Sometimes to get more, you got to take less.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm on your side, and it's a bit of a problem, really, isn't it? Because and then you start doubting the fact that you are worth 50 or 60 or 70 a night, because no one's going to pay you. So then there's a kind of a mental spin on that, and but without agents and unions and all the rest of it, you're on your Todd, and you're very much reliant on the goodwill and the conscience of the bar or of the guys that are booking. And I don't know, it's a slippery slope, isn't it? It seems to go one way, I'm afraid. My prices, not for this stuff, but for the work I do in my field, I'm not charging any more than I was 1995, 94. In fact, I'm charging less, and that is ridiculous,
Yeah, because then at least you could fill your car up or have a drink out of it, and now you can't fill your car up at all.
I haven't got a car anymore, you see, that's the thing.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
Get a transit, Pete, and a mattress and a towel.
Hang on a minute, are you offering me to bunk up with you in that towel?
Well,
or is this my own little thing?
Get cold at night, wouldn't it? Never know.
Not with you and all that hair, I tell you.
Well, you know, just keep you warm, especially in the winter night.
So how long is this tour, sir, bringing it
Well,
round?
you're going to ask me how long my hair was then.
I certainly will not. Last time I did that.
Why don't you come over and I'll show you?
That's why I'm safely this side of the bench and you're that side. Why do you think we have a
You
desk?
could probably reach over there.
Why do you think we have a desk? I'll bring Zebedee in, and then you'll be toast, or whatever.
Initially, the tour's 28 days. I've got 29 dates.
Wow.
29 dates in 28 days. I've got 2 on the Saturday the 30th. There's one at Blues at the Farm. It's a jam day up there. So.
You're a busy man. That's going to be phenomenal. That is really, really good stuff, man. The whole of March.
Yeah, the whole of March and into April.
Well, you know, best of luck with all that. It's going to go down a blast. How's it working out? Because obviously, you know, your day job is, as far as I know, running that fantastic studio, the Ivy Arch Studio.
Ivy Arch Studios.
What's your link with that? Is it yours?
No, it's not mine. I work there. I take the wages when the wages are there to take, and in the interim, I just patiently await the arrival of the wages.
Yeah.
And wait. But
your job there, as far as I know, is producer. Is that right? So you're sound engineer and
I work a lot on reception. It's a bit of a hands-on. We all tend to do a little bit of each other's jobs there. So predominantly producing up there, sound engineering. I do live sound as well and live recordings. So it's lessons. It's all music, but I seem to have got myself a little circuit going with people actually phoning me for work now rather than me having to go and chase it too much. And you've got to keep your finger on the pulse a little bit with this stuff. But I've been really lucky the last couple of years. If you can call it luck, it's just work, I guess.
Well, I think if you stick at something and you're good at it, then it normally comes your way.
I think so.
That's what I reckon. The Ivy Arch Studio, where is it again? I mean,
it's over in Worthing.
What's the address?
It's hang on, are we allowed to do this? Yes, we can do that, can't we? Yes, it's over in Ivy Arch Road.
Are you kidding? If you can't do it on this show, you can't do it on that is part of the remit, my friend. I'm here to promote everything to do with local stuff. Ivy Arch Studio.
ivyarchstudios.com.
It's over in Worthing.
It's over in Worthing.
Would you say that through that you have pretty well linked up with all these people that you work with? Or
yes,
is it,
I think it's mostly that. I certainly found Loz through the studio, Loz Netto. I'm still working with Loz. There's a lot of local musicians in Worthing. There's so much talent in the south in general, and particularly in Worthing, and it's just been great recording some of these bands that are absolutely awesome and blow your head away with the amount of talent. So I've learned a lot about production on that. The Fooling Mantras, I produced the CD, but I didn't do the recording on that one.
No, fair enough, because and also a few other artists here.
Shout out to Andy and Colin if you're listening. They were in recently.
Well, I'm going to play them in a couple of tracks' time, as it happens. The Fooling Mantras, do love them. Listen, guys, we're running out of time. Would you like to play one more track?
Yeah, I'd love to.
You're listening, as you have been all session, to Mr. Nigel Ball on the marvellous, the phenomenal Pete Jones Show. For tonight only. Normal broadcast will resume in weeks to come. But tonight we feel that we're rather good because we've got Nigel Ball in and he's blinding. What have you got? What are you going to play?
We said I'm blind. Not yet.
Oh, he's not. He's blind drunk.
This one's called Meet You in the Middle.
Fair enough. Take it away, my friends.
Which way's up, which way's down, which way's going out of town? Who am I, who are you, who really cares whatever we do? The nights are hard and long, up and dating the goddess a party or song. Meet you in the middle of the front line. Meet you in the middle of the battleground. When I meet you in the middle, meet you in the meadow. Meet you in the middle of the front line. Are inspiring. Thunderbolt comes down to burn a hole. Well, electric storm and the fire's warm. If we get too close to the burn us all. Meet you in the middle of the front line. Meet you in the middle of the battleground. Well, I'll meet you in the middle. Meet you in the middle. Meet you in the middle of the front line. Meet you in the middle of the battleground. Well, I'll meet you in the middle. Meet you in the middle. Meet you in the middle of the front line.
Thank you so very, very much. More applause coming from Studio 2 and the Maid of Vale sound next door. Obviously, whoops and joy and all sorts of things. Maybe, do they know it's the last one? Maybe they are. We're getting text in. We're getting text in.
Just thank you for everything next door.
Yes, thank you.
We loved your company this evening.
through the mortar and the bricks. They do look good through that, don't they? They do. They look very attractive.
I have a squished up receipt for you if you'd like that out of my pocket.
Oh, that's very kind. That's very kind.
Yeah,
one day that will be trash. Right now,
much today then.
Well, yes, quite frankly. But we're getting texts in and emails saying, I like that. Good. I'm glad. Good. Because that's the last one they're going to do. So thank you very, very much, my friends, for coming in. You've been listening to Mr. Nigel Ball and Camille and Jay doing their thing, quite frankly. If you want to see them doing their thing live, well, seeing this man do, 3rd of March, the Worthing Cellar Bar, and then hitting the heady heights of the M6 for a tour around the, well, I don't know, you did a logical tour, so it's obviously, you get your Google map out and you draw a line, and that's what he's doing. From the 9th of March, you can see all the dates, nigelballmusic.com. You can also, while you're there, buy an album, Shadow of the Sin, a tenner. My God, that's
and there's
cheap.
also
you can't even get 2 pints in Brighton. What are we going to?
Not in the places you drink.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, one does have standards, sir. One does. You know, we can't just go to any old hyperloy. Quite frankly, or the club would never allow it. You know.
Guilt taps you go with.
Is that a crime now?
Guilt taps?
Oh, right. Oh, so that's wrong now, is it? Yes, sir. What were you going to say before you?
I was just going to say, nigelballmusic.com. If you go on there, I've got tickets on sale there for the St Paul's gig. That's the 9th, Saturday the 9th of March, and that will kick off the tour. So I'll be there with merch in person with a loop pedal and a grand piano, hopefully.
That sounds like a threat. Can I just say that? He'll be there selling stuff with a loop pedal. If you don't pay up, my friend, he'll sort you.
I'm going to loop you.
You're going to get pedalled. So listen, guys, thank you very, very much. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. We certainly have, this side of the desk. Because I am this side of the desk. Take care and best of luck. Will you stick in touch and do that live bloggy thing, and we'll hook up and all that rest?
No probs.
You're a star. Cheers, matey.
Cheers, mate.